Yeah, I let everything go.
This is all neglect. This is complete neglect.
It's money saved. Money saved.
Yeah.
I haven't had to pay for a haircut in like 5 years. It's great.
I need one.
Me too.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the relaxed version of Figure Banging, when nothing comes out for months at a time, and we got to pull shit out of our asses. I feel like I need like a glass like cognac. Just like, welcome to Figure Banging.
I don't think you want to pull anything out of my ass. Just saying.
Ooh.
You want me to leave it in? All right. I mean, I'm down.
I don't know if you want to go anywhere near that thing. I have a hard time with it myself.
And we broke John. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Figure Banging. Season 2, episode, I don't know what, 5, 6? 5.
Episode 5.
Yeah.
Episode 5.
Thanks for joining us tonight. So, all right. So, who do we get tonight? Tonight, joining us, we have our usual crew. First of all, we got Mr. Brian Brink.
Howdy. Happy hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day. Yeah.
Then we got me. And then we got John.
Hi. How are you guys? Like my hair tonight?
No.
Much better?
I like it. I like it.
Jesus Christ.
I like it. Marty, we got to get back to 1985.
You gave me a complex, Ace.
I liked it. Like, Marty. It's your kids, Marty. Something's got to be done about your kids.
They're assholes.
21 gigawatts.
What the hell is a gigawatt? Okay, enough Back to the Future nostalgia. How is everyone tonight?
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Another day.
Same shit, different day.
We also got Mr. J.D. Flintstone.
Flintstone?
Yeah. Because you don't have a phone.
Oh, yeah, okay. I gotcha.
That was
yeah. Fuck you, Apple. Fuck you, technology. Eat a dick. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
All right.
We also have who is hosting tonight? We have Mr. Jose Hurricane BX.
What's up, guys? Happy hump day, like Brink said.
It's like a game every week. We don't know who's going to be who's going to be running the
show. JD, that beard is. I mean, not JD. Jose, that beard is something.
It's out of control, right?
Yeah,
I know.
Real men have beards. Don't listen to anybody.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Right. Yep.
Get a comb.
It doesn't. It's not straight. My hair is curly.
So you got to get it. You got to get it over here. What's the problem?
Some beard wax. Can you put some conditioner?
Oh yeah. I could probably do something like that. Yes.
Get a flat.
Don't fuck with it. Don't fuck with it. Let that shit go.
Put some beard oil in it. You know.
You could be like the Wooly Willy when you pull the.
And then I'm gonna call you a hipster. You're gonna have to get those big fucking Andy Warhol glasses.
Get some avocado toast.
And a fucking flannel shirt. And a beanie that's too small for your head. You're fucking set.
Some jeans with sequins and bedazzled on them.
Yep, some what do they call them? Tight jeans.
Skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Like Cody.
Oh God.
How do they
shoes with no laces?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. All right. So, like I said, it's been dry. We've been stretching for the last couple of weeks. I figured we'd do something a little bit different again, but something we haven't done. We haven't actually reviewed any of these yet. We've done like Mezco. I was gonna do Mezco, a couple of new Mezco stuff, but I figured we've done that already. So we figured we go over to a different line. So tonight we got these guys. It'll pop up. There you go. So these are Revoltech's Amazing Yamaguchi line. These I just picked a couple just to kind of show them off. But this is their number. What do we got? Magneto is number 6, and Wolverine is number 5.
I was guessing 8.
Oh, you'd be wrong. So they've also done like a Spider-Man, a Spider-Gwen, a Deadpool,
Captain America.
Captain America. I think there's an X-Force Deadpool,
Venom.
Carnage. But I figured, just do. These are sort of newer. They did a Batman too, but I didn't get the Batman yet. I have it, but I didn't ship it from Japan yet.
Yeah, it just came out. I saw it at New York Comic Con in the package. It looks good, but I'm out of that game for now.
Did they add the penis to the Batman?
Yeah, pretty nice bulge. Pretty nice bulge.
I think that's one of those optional accessories.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Penis sold separately.
I think you gotta get that from C. Jesum.
One of his accessories is a baby arm.
Oh, man.
All right, so I guess we'll take a look at one at a time. We'll just put this guy off to the side. Just out of frame. Okay. So here's Wolverine. And I just broke it.
Oh my god! No way!
Oh, I'm renaming this episode. Nigga breaking.
That's the one good thing about Revoltech joints is you can't really kill them.
We just getting started, people.
They just pop in half.
Shortest episode ever. Oh, broke it.
And it's done. Here's Wolverine. These are branded Amazing Yamaguchi. The box art for these guys are actually pretty cool. Like, there's Magneto's
pretty cool,
box.
yeah.
It's got a whole bunch of like comic scenes. Hi.
Hey, look at that guy. Hey.
It's got a whole bunch of like comic-y panels and stuff all around it. It even has, I thought this was cool, a little cutout. So if you want to have him in like a picture with him saying "This is my home," you can have that.
That's pretty cool.
It's even got some like comic stills and stuff and panels. And Wolverine's kind of does the same thing. Let me see if his has a cutout too. I don't think it does.
It says "Hey, bub."
Oh, no, he doesn't have it. But you can actually take the insides out if you want. You can have like a backdrop.
I like that. That's pretty cool.
Dude, is that Beast?
That's Beast. That isn't that. I think isn't that stupid second form Beast.
I
He looks
like
more
it.
animal-like now. Yeah.
Dude, he's got like a bandolier on and a vest.
He's like Chewy.
Dude, I like it.
Shove that back in the box. Okay,
Oh,
so
boy.
these are made by Revoltech. So what that means is, they all have these Revoltech joints, which you saw pop off very easily. So they're basically a ball. Actually, I have right here. They give you a couple spares with Magneto for some other options. You can kind of see. Too much packaging. You can see. Let me see if I can get one of these out. So all these joints are basically the same. It's just some of them have two balls. Hey.
Hey.
Shout out to two balls.
Better than three.
Nobody wants to be a lefty.
Better than one.
So that's what a Revoltech joint looks like. So it's basically two stems with a ball in the middle.
Looks like a heart.
And,
Yeah, a little.
They are ratcheted.
They're clicking.
They're actually very hard to move without something.
They were.
There you go.
Were they revolutionary at the time, back in the day?
There you go. Hold on, let me put it up to the mic.
I actually have like a Revoltech Optimus and Megatron somewhere.
Yeah, there are somebody made third-party versions of, like, they kept that line going for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was like a Sunstreaker and like a Wheeljack and all these other characters didn't come out. Somebody kept it going. So there's a double. We get the double out too. Come here. You're almost there. Almost there. There you go. Okay. So that's a single. And that's a double.
Two balls.
Where would they use the double one? For their elbows?
If it'll goddamn focus.
Focus, damn it.
So that's a
Focus.
double.
Buckus.
and that's a single.
That's what they use in the shoulder.
Yeah, so the double ball gets you more range in the shoulders.
That's a double jointed neck.
You see there's a double joint in there.
Mm-hmm.
However, you can tell it looks like shit like that. But so basically, especially for Magneto, if you want him to look better, you can use the single joint, and if you want the extended posability, use the double joint. I think right now he has singles in there. We'll look in a minute, but so basically, if you can pull the arms or the joints further away, which looks like crap if you look at him head on, but it gives you way more posability, so you can hide them. But you can give him a lot more range over the single ball. I mean, you can kind of hide it too, like this. But I mean, he's still kind of. That's the one thing about Revoltech is it's hard to hide the joints. Some of these guys do a decent job, but you can always end up seeing them. You can always see the cuts.
You know, Ace, for someone who's not known for your posing ability of your toys, is this? Did you buy this to like help like coach you?
You gotta keep up the
ideas, or
you gotta keep up the illusion. So these guys, like I said, these guys really aren't made for standing straight up and down and just looking at them. They really just standing them straight up and down. They kind of look like garbage, and they actually have a hard time standing up straight. But I mean, just looking at it like that, like you can see, like his neck is big and beefy and pointed forward. And you can't really point it up straight. Like it's actually hard to get him to look straight ahead. And when you do, it kind of looks like shit.
Yeah, it looks pretty crappy.
It looks pretty garbage. So these guys are definitely not meant for throwing on a shelf and being done with them, posing them straight. These are really designed for more extreme posing. So we'll run through the posability on this guy first. So the head they're all the joints are Revoltech joints. So except for like there's a couple swivels here and there. We'll get to those. So the head, I believe we can pop the head off, and you can see that there's a yellow Revoltech joint there. And there's actually a neck collar, separate piece. So that just hides kind of hides the joint when it's bending forward.
Kinda.
Oh, there goes its claw. Okay.
Yeah, these are very interesting figures.
Yeah. So when you bend it up, it hides that collar piece, and when you bend it forward, it kind of extends it out so it hides that. So that's a neat little touch. You know what this is? What's also cool is there's actually molded veins. So he's got molded neck veins all around his neck, which is actually a neat little touch. But
he looks like something like right out of a video game, like those Marvel versus Capcom games. The exaggerated.
Yeah.
Having so many muscles in your neck that you can't breathe.
Yeah.
Wolverine can crush his own windpipe.
So he can actually basically Superman fly, like that's how far his neck can go up. And he can look basically straightforward. You get some waggle out of the joint, the side to side, but not a ton. It's more so you can use it like the swivel because it's on an angle. The cut is on an angle, so you get kind of more of the side to side doing it that way versus the waggle. But then the neck going into the body is also on a joint, and I believe that's another Revoltech joint, but it's not clicky, so you can kind of get them going. What'd you say?
Giving them some sass.
There's a ton of posability in there. Now, what's crazy is, if you notice, this looks funky.
Yep.
Right in here. That don't look right. So this whole section actually swivels.
Yep.
It doesn't go like a crazy. He does go a crazy amount.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, that's horrible looking.
It does go.
Is something wrong with my shoulder?
So if you kind of want to get him kind of reared back, you can kind of move the shoulders back further just by swiveling these out. So obviously if you swing it all the way around, it's ridiculous. But like getting it just back a little bit, you can kind of get him like in a rearing pose.
Yeah.
Something like that. Obviously do a little bit better so you don't see the joints, but just get it. You can just kind of have them hunch your shoulders back, which is neat.
I'm sure that swivel that they give you with those pieces I'm sure it's just so you could probably take a picture, pose it in a certain way where it's not gonna look like it's off.
Yeah, you really gotta, when you're posing these things, you really gotta like kind of like futz where they get it in the pose you want, and then move the camera around it to find the right angle where it doesn't look like shit.
Exactly.
Those angles.
Yep.
But I mean, when you do get them, they do look incredible. Like you can pull off ridiculous poses with these things.
Yeah. Almost anything you could do with them.
So like I said, this is on, you can see the double ball joint. So each one of these is ratcheted. These are actually softer ratchets than the single balls, but they are ratcheted. So you have the stem going in there, the stem going in the bicep, or in the shoulder rather, and the two Revoltech joints in the middle there. So I mean, you can have him scratch his own back. You can pop it off like that. This thing really likes to pop off. Yeah, so that's how a Revoltech joint works. It's just a stem and a hole, basically.
Do they like to stress out?
No, I mean they don't. They're actually made of usually pretty good quality material, but
plastic.
They do have a tendency to pop.
It's like a Delrin material almost. If anybody knows what that is.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. So I mean, you can break his arm and go that way. Go all the way up to there, all the way down. So I mean, if you can think of it, the shoulder can get into it. But like I said, because it's that double joint, that double ball joint, it's it's very easy to break the sculpt. Like that looks like crap, but then if you get it more like that, you can have them like kind of clawing at the camera. And that looks, this one looks like shit because that's in the way, but that looks great.
I could say it looks like he's Tantanese.
Tantanese?
No, dancing.
Oh, dancing.
Dancing.
So you can see how you can hide it and make it look, get the pose you want and then get the angle you want.
He looks like he just like struck a pose at the end of a dance.
Are those
That does look good though.
Are those claws plastic or metal?
Yeah, they're plastic.
They're adamantium.
Well, yeah, technically, they're actually an alloy of adamantium. Elbows are on a Revoltech joint. So you get the built-in swivel. Yeah, that's the other thing is all the stems obviously are built-in swivel. So there's a swivel. All of them have a swivel both here, and then the the bend. This one actually isn't ratcheted. Actually, that's weird. So Magnetos are more ratchet. These are not really, the big ones really aren't ratcheted on him. I mean, Magneto's a lot heavier. I'm going to get to that in a few minutes, but it's a single jointed elbow, but because of the fact that the Revoltech joint, actually this is a double. Now that I look in here,
see, I said
it's got a big fat one. So it's got a big fat one in here and a little one down in there. So technically, he does have a double jointed elbow, which again looks like shit when you look at it like that, but looks great, when you look at it like that.
Yeah.
This is so cool and complicated.
Yeah.
So these are meant to be posable above all else.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really like the Captain America one. I wish you had that one.
I do have it.
He's really good. I like him.
I just figured I want to do at least a couple just to get, a taste of a couple, and I figured these two go together. I don't really have anybody to pair Captain America with.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
So then the hands are again on Revoltech joints. So basically, you get the swivel, the up and down, you get some waggle. They kind of act like ball joint, just straight ball joints. And then the fist can pop off, and then these claws actually pop off. So all the fists have these pieces. So these little plug-in retracted claws. So if you want them retracted, you just pop these pieces in. And if you want the claws, you take these out, and then you pop the claws in. So you can have. So there's. I'll show the hands off in a minute. But there's 1, 2. There's 5 extra hands. and they can all just pop these out. So you can either have them all clawed or all, any of them clawed or any of them unclawed or any combination with those pieces.
G Money's watching the show tonight, and I'm glad because he was given extra hands and posability like a bunch.
I saw that.
G Money, the toy hater. I don't know what's going on.
Why do you hate fun, G Money? Why don't you like to have fun? So that's basically that. So then there's your click. So he's got obviously a cut right there. That actually can't come off. Nope. These don't peg in.
You broke it again.
I broke it again.
Saw here first. 2 in 1 show.
So he's got an ab crunch to there, which is ridiculous. And he's actually got some back, but again, you start to break the sculpt a little bit. You can actually see up in there a little bit when you go that far. And then you got another one at the waist. So these are super clicky. So
that's crazy. But I'm sure that's to do that hunched over pose, and he's just holding up the claws, like Yep.
Barrage, whatever the fuck he says. He does the fucking tornado spin. Tornado spin.
Ace, does this come with a stand by any chance?
It does. They actually all do.
Is it the kind that you say, what do you call them, Tamashis?
It is Tamashi compatible.
Nice.
I have Magneto on the stand because you have to, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. The belt is a floaty piece, and you actually see this. The lower abdomen piece is floaty. See, it's floaty. So that's floaty, and then the belt is floaty. So you can position those how you need to. Again, if you look in the back, you can see right through it. So the waist, you get the swivel all the way around. Again, it can look like shit, but you pose around it. Hips are on T-jointed ball joints, basically. So T-jointed Revoltech joints. No, actually, I think that's a straight ball joint. It looks like a straight ball joint up in there. So you get the swivel around. So you get forward. So you can go all the way around. So technically you can get forward like that. It's on like a, it's on like a 45-degree angle. So I mean, you can really, fart on somebody real good. Only the most mature. So he's got almost 100 on the Van Damme.
Yeah, not quite 100.
Not quite 100. It's like 97.
Yeah, it's close.
If you mess with the joints, you can break his legs and get over 100.
Oh, 120% on the.
You can cheat and get whatever the hell you want. And then same thing with the back. Like when you swivel it does swivel out. It doesn't go straight up. It's hard to get it straight up and down, but when you go out, it does go up on an angle. So just be aware of that. Thigh swivel right there. That's just on a swivel. Knees are just on a swivel. You get a little over 90. Actually, you can squeeze it a little bit. It is kind of. It's not really soft plastic. Like the boots are soft, and there are soft pieces to it, but there's like enough of a give that you can get kind of a little bit extra range, which is nice. And actually, the knee looks pretty good bent.
Yeah, it does.
Not bad, because before those, you could just see the obvious ball joints.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good.
Wow, that one was paint stuck.
Yeah,
that feels better. That was super paint stuck. Yeah, so it actually looks pretty good, especially for a Revoltech. With the knee joint bent. There's a boot swivel.
Everyone needs that.
Which I think is down here in the ankle. That's the way it feels. And then the foot, as you can see, the ankle is a Revoltech joint. So you got up, you got down, and then you kind of use the Revoltech joint to make a tilt. But you can get the tilt.
Rocka.
So that's that.
You're a little bit bow-legged, huh?
It's all about like every joint moves. So it's A lot of these guys are they're actually not even balanced very well. They're really meant for a stand.
Yeah.
See, he doesn't even really want to stand without it. There you go. So, real quick, accessory-wise, he comes with the face I'll probably end up using. He's got the screaming face.
Nice.
Get that.
Which is cool. And they just pop off. I showed you before when I popped the head off with the collar. You just put the collar piece in there and just pop that on the Revoltech joint to replace it. That's the head, the face I'll probably end up with. And then we got this head. Come here. So this is the kind of growly, the snarling head, which is also pretty cool.
Is that like a dark navy blue for the dark parts, or is that black?
No, it's blue.
It's metallic.
That one looks like he smelled something bad.
Hey! The fuck did you eat?
Very true. Hand got 2 of these.
Wait a minute. Didn't this Wolverine, wasn't this one supposed to come with like a plain head?
Like an unmasked head?
Yeah.
No.
And a cigar? I thought
no, that's the... Oh, no. He was supposed to come with a cigar.
Okay.
No, wait. Was that him?
I think it was this one.
I think it was this one. He was supposed to come with a cigar. But they...
Can't have kids smoking.
They axed the cigar.
Oh.
Was it him? I think it was him.
I think so. I think I remember that in the promo shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can people are making them out of basically cut pieces of sprue. Which head would I don't even know which face it would use. You can't use the screaming face. That'd be stupid. This face doesn't have a spot for it. I guess you can glue it to that face. But there's no hole for it.
I don't know.
Could have been a magnet. You know what I mean? They could have used a magnet.
Comes with 2 grabby hands, which again, you see the slots back here, so you can pop the either the claws or the retractor claws in.
Those look aggressive, grab.
Come here, Bob.
I can make so many bad jokes right now.
I gotta tell you something.
He comes with... I don't think these come out. Okay, so... I have to amend a little bit, so...
Those would have been the ones.
The fists and the grabby hands, you can pop the claws on and off. The retracted claws are molded.
Mervin said...
That's the hand he would have been holding a cigar with, the one you have.
This one.
Yeah. Mervin in the chat said that he still has the hand, and it would have been holding that cigar.
Yeah. This is the hand that would have been for the cigar, because this is the one by itself.
Yep.
But I mean, you can just take if you have any model kits or anything, you take a piece of a sprue and paint it brown, or if you have a brown sprue, and just make it like that short, and you can make a cigar pretty easily.
Or you can be like me and use the blunt that comes with the Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh, God. Does that come with Blunt Man and Chronic?
No, I have those, but they don't come with. They just come with bongs, pretty much, and Chinese weed stars.
So that's a right hand. He also has a right hand for... Looks like holding a gun.
Fuck us.
So it looks like it's gripping, and like it has a hole cut out, like it should grip a gun. So that's a little strange.
It is strange.
I don't know what he would be holding, but for some reason you get that.
A gun that doesn't.
A beer bomb.
And he's got a left hand for gripping a gun.
Yeah, that's for his butane torch. For when he has the cigar. Is lighting his blunt with the butane torch.
So those are a little strange. I don't know why. I would stick to those hands and the grabby hands. Then he also comes with this pretty cool effect. So this is a slashing effect. And the way you're supposed to use this, according to the directions, which seem a little weird, but is this the directions? Because I want to just see. Yeah, so Okay, so if the figure is compatible and it has a hole in the back, you can just plug this into the back with that peg, and then there's a hole in the top, and you can plug a Revoltech joint. Obviously, this is all in Japanese, so I'm just going by the pictures. But you can plug, or you can use a Revoltech joint, plug that into the hole, and then plug that into another figure, and then you can have him slashing through somebody, and have it as a slashing effect. But you got to peg this onto the other figure.
That's pretty.
On their back, so he's like sucker punching them.
Yep. Well, that's what Wolverine would do.
What a bitch.
So that's a neat little.
That's dope. Yeah.
Neat little added feature. He also comes with his stand, which I didn't take out of the package yet, and some extra Revoltech joints. We're going to show the standoff with Magneto. But that's pretty much this guy in a nutshell.
Oh, Mervin in the chat said that hand, the gun holding hand, he said that's the hand that was supposed to hold the samurai blade.
Oh, so that's for, I guess that's for when they do the the hell fucking comic is that?
Silver Samurai?
Yeah, but what the hell when he goes to get Yuki or whatever the hell her name is? That was
Yuriko. I forgot the name of the book too.
I read it and I don't fucking remember the name of it. But he goes to Japan and he has to find and he fights Silver Samurai and all that stuff. Yeah, that's when he had the samurai swords.
Quest for the Golden Child.
Bird. Get into this guy for a few minutes. So this is Magneto. First and foremost, he is heavy, as you can see right there. Like even the stand has trouble holding him. So that's the first thing you kind of got to be aware of. I'm going to take him off the stand.
Does it plug into his butt?
Under the cape is a hole.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So we'll take a look at the stand first. So this is basically a Tamashi. So here's a... Open this real quick. Everything goes fine.
The look of that one kind of reminds me of a Figma stand.
Yeah, Figma is similar to Tamashi stages too. So this is a regular Tamashi stand arm, I guess. So you can see they're very. Let me take this one out. You can see they're very similar. This peg is a little thinner. The Tamashi one's a little fatter, but this peg on the top is actually the same. Should be the same diameter. Yeah, so this top part is the same. This one's a little shorter, obviously, than this one, but also this one has a fatter piece too for some reason. But they're essentially the same thing. They function the same.
That's for someone who's experienced.
Yeah, you start off small and then work your way up. He also comes with kind of it's in the bag. I don't feel like getting it out. Come out. Come here, Spurt. Oh, there we go. Comes with one of these style clips, so you can grip it around his waist if you wanted to. But whenever you have a figure that has a Tamashi port built in, it's always best to use that. Put this away later. This always gives me so much work to do after. Okay.
That's what I'm gonna call my butthole from now on. A
Tamashi hole. Nice. That's a Tamashi port.
Let's go empty my Tamashi port.
That's what a Tamashi port looks like.
Okay.
And then it just plugs in.
Yeah.
Like that.
And then you just go wild with the pose.
And it'll hold them. You might have to just tighten the screws after you get in the pose you want. Just go in there and tighten those screws. So yeah, that's the stand, and then the base is just a base. And if what?
He's all about that base.
All about that base. No trouble. I'm pretty sure. And then I also have the can of beams bases, which are actually multi-use. So you can take any of these stands basically and plug it into it, which is neat. Okay, so Magneto. First things first is this fucking cape. So we got to talk about this because this thing is
Jesus.
Kind of god awful, but it's cool in concept. It's cool in design and everything. But so these are just Revoltech joints, the big beefy Revoltech joints, and they just plug into the cape, into the back. However, I don't know if somebody measured something wrong or what, but I cannot get these all the way in. I couldn't even get them in this far. What I had to do was I had to take a little screwdriver, like a Keith screwdriver, and jam it in there and literally drill out plastic.
Maybe you got them in backwards, like
maybe.
What do you mean? No, these were already on there. All I had to do was plug them in.
Did you get it used?
No, brand new. And then I looked up reviews and everyone said the same thing.
Okay.
So if you have a little pin vise or a small drill or a screwdriver, just go in there and kind of work it out. They're still not in all the way. You can see the joints right there. Like it just...
That's crazy.
It's still sticking out. I can't get it in anymore. Like I'm forcing it in and it will not go in.
You can see the divot where the ball
where it's supposed to sit into, and it just will not go in. I'm going to have to sit here maybe one day and get a drill and just kind of spin the bit. You know, not in a drill, just take a drill bit and kind of just spin it in my hand.
You should have had your drill handy. I want to see this.
That sucks, man. You should never have to be forced to mod your figures for them to work. Like, you know,
like I'm sitting here, I'm putting them in. I'm like, these aren't going in. I have to be doing something wrong. So I started looking up YouTube reviews, and I found the Swoosh did one, and he was like, yeah, like I forced these in. It felt horrible. I don't want everyone to do that again.
Did you take the joint out of the cape portion, the part that's hanging?
No. But it's
to see if maybe that leg of it is shorter. Maybe they put them in backwards at the factory.
Misassembled.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's not.
Let's see if I can.
It's not unheard of that they misassembled it.
Toy surgery on Figga Bangin.
Yeah.
This does not want to. This does not feel good.
Pull harder.
Yeah.
I'm wiggling.
Wiggle it.
You know what doesn't help? That they're fucking textured.
Oh my god.
So it's like, oh, there we go. Oh, as I lost the...
Get some needle nose pliers.
It is definitely not. It is the exact same, and a piece of it, the end of it kind of broke off.
Oh, you weren't supposed to do that.
So that's enough.
Well, if the part broke off, then maybe it'll fit more flush in the back.
Sand it down. Now let's see if I can even get this part back in now.
Sorry, mister.
Yeah, see, it does not want to go in anymore.
You made him break his toy.
I did.
Yeah, that's as far as it wants to go. So we're just gonna call it like that for now. So he is most, not just because of the cape, but the cape is definitely a big part of it. Super duper top heavy. So he cannot stand without that stand. So just be aware of that. And then the port is just right there. You need to plug it into that. So the first thing you're gonna... Told you these things can't stand without the fucking stands. The first thing you're gonna notice is these effects pieces. If you look right there, you can see there's some metal in there. And I don't know... Let me see if this will work.
Nice.
Woohoo!
They gave him little magnets. And actually, now that I'm actually using it, that's actually... As you can see, I'm moving his arm.
Pretty strong.
With that, all that's connected is the tip of the screwdriver. So that's actually a pretty goddamn strong magnet. I'm surprised by that. That's pretty good.
It's very character appropriate.
So that's a neat little. That's like a really cool touch. I really do like that. But we're gonna take these effect pieces out for now, just to. Oh, look! See, they can stick to each other.
Now, when is he?
Oh, and they repel each other.
Is he grabbing that, or are the magnets in his hands?
No, it's just there's a post.
Oh, okay. I see it.
There's this clear post, and it just goes in the stigmata in his hand. Okay, so like I said, super. Oh, he just wants to go backwards. He is super duper top heavy. So head is similar to Wolverine. He does have a separate kind of collar piece back there. You can see with the blue line on it. So the head's basically the same kind of posability. He can't get quite as far up because he's got the helmet, but I mean, he doesn't really need to. It's nice that Wolverine has it because you can have him in a flying pose, jumping towards somebody. You can have him like in a fastball special. If they do a Colossus, or if you use him with like a Marvel Legends Colossus. but he does have more range down, which is also good because if he's flying, if he's hovering, you know, you want him to be able to look down on people.
So how's the face sculpt on this thing? Is it good?
It'll focus.
It's fine, I guess.
It's not really. Yeah, it's kind of focusing. It's definitely more comic booky than anything else, but it's also kind of artistic liberty. Like he does, you know, you look at him, you do see Magneto, but it's not like jumping off the page from a comic book Magneto. It's kind of like a rendering of Magneto.
Generic dude Magneto.
Well, at least he's got, you know, the gray eyebrows, so you know he's old. And he does come with an extra head, which is unmasked, so we can show that in a minute. I'll show that off when we show the accessories. So if you want him unmasked, he does have an unmasked head. He does have a similar beef neck, not quite as beefy. Like it's not, you know, not quite as, you know, veiny and
windpipe crushing
as Wolverine, but it's beefy. So you can kind of get the going on with it. These pauldrons, I guess, are on. So it's a ball joint with a stem. It's gonna be hard to see, right?
See it.
I can see. Where's my damn spudger? There it is. Right down in there is a stem with a little ball joint. So these actually pose almost any way you would want them to, which is neat. Kind of get them in and out. Shoulders are on the same kind of double ball bag. So it's the same thing. And like I showed, the Wolverine does come with replacement pegs, so you can, you know, get rid of the double if you need a single. Same thing with him. And actually, it does actually explicitly say that in the instructions. Well, I think it says it. It shows a picture of it. So you can see, like, you can replace it. It says replace it with a single.
Yeah, see that? It says, you can replace these fucking
You dumb American! You replace!
Well, you said
We don't do! You do!
You said explicitly.
Oh, and on this guy, you can also change the mouths, which we'll get to. So it's basically the same thing on the shoulders. You can get them up and around. Luckily, with this guy, you at least have these pauldrons. I don't know if there's die cast. I don't think there's any die cast in there.
No, you said it feels heavy.
It's super heavy.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like this plastic is super dense. Like the cape is just really.
Is the cape a different material?
No. No, it's fairly firm. Doesn't feel like it's that soft plastic. No, it feels the same. I think it's just this purple piece back here where everything plugs into is really dense and beefy. So I think that's what's causing the extra weight. Like it feels like it wants to go that way. So like Wolverine, what?
Try the magnets on it. If
is diecast magnetic, it shouldn't be.
No, it's zinc. It shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's non-ferrous, so I don't think it.
What about Wolverine? Is adamantium magnetic?
Yes.
Nope.
No.
It is in the movie.
Well, yeah, no, it is. Yeah, Magneto could mess with the adamantium.
Well, not because it was magnetic, right? It was because he could just master metal.
Yeah, it's a metal, so you can manipulate. He's the one. They had a storyline. I don't know. Did you ever hear that storyline, Brent? Like they had a storyline where he removed all the adamantium forcibly
did that
from his body. No, Magneto
from Wolverine's body.
Yep, through his pores.
I thought that was Sabretooth ripped it out of his spine.
That had to be fucking painful.
I remember when that happened because I was kind of still collecting comics at that point.
I think it was Wolverine 75. I think that was the issue that happened. I have it.
Dude, that's like the equivalent of like superhero rape. You know,
it's
yeah, kind of.
Man.
That's torture, man.
Yep. He was without the adamantium for a while, for years in the comic books too.
I remember they retroactively gave him the bone claws because of that.
Yeah. They discovered that. Yeah, it was like he was born with the claws, the actual claws, and the adamantium was just over the claws.
I always thought that was really dumb, but whatever. So he's got the same basic posability in the shoulders as Wolverine, and again, but he has these built-in pauldrons, so you can kind of, as Bobby would say, get in a position and then cover down, and it actually hides it. Actually hides it a lot better than Wolverine because at least you have this physical piece that will block the joint. So that's nice.
Seems like a smart way to do it if you're going for maximum posability.
Yep. So you get all that built, all the same posability there. Same thing with the elbow. Yep. Exact same setup with the elbow. Exact same setup with the hand. You get the wiggle all the way around. These joints tend to pop off too at the ball. Like I said, it's basically two circles like this, and then they peg together like that. And when they pop off the hand, my Wolverine, one of the hands just popped off when I was messing with it before the show, and it was a pain in the ass to get it back in. But same posability in the hand, same posability in the elbow. So his upper ab crunch, he has it, but doesn't feel good. Probably because of the weight. It doesn't feel as nice as Wolverine. But I mean, he got it. He got it.
So is Magneto like traditionally like a super muscly guy?
Not this much, but again, it's Japanese.
The figure's exaggerated.
Yeah, they're supposed to be.
But so the movies then are just not representative of what he's originally been.
Yeah, I mean, well, in the comics, that everybody's drawn, with the body and muscular. Okay. So even though he's supposed to be old, if you read the Jim Lee books, Jim Lee drew him muscular.
Okay.
Yeah. Like he's jacked for a septuagenarian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the weight really kind of messes with the ab crunch, but I mean, Magneto's not really an ab crunchy kind of character, so I mean, it's nice to have, but on somebody like him, it's not really needed. Hips, actually, so he has the cut down here on an angle, but at the actual hips, it's straight up and down. So we can go forward to there, and then his big beefy thighs get in the way. Back only to there, so not a ton back.
Is that the cape limiting it, or the sculpt of the butt?
Butt sculpt.
Oh, okay.
Hitting the butt. He's got a nice butt. It is nice. Nice
squats.
Uh-oh. Ace is
been working out.
Butts. Hey, listen, it is figure banging. He has probably the poorest rating on the Van Damme. They do not go out at all.
Damn.
They are completely stuck going out to the side.
It's so weird.
He's an old man. Give him a break.
The swivel around there is pretty tight, but you can get him swiveling. Knee. Let's see. Oh, that's stiff. There we go. Is a Revoltech joint, and so as you can see, this is more commonly what Revoltech knees look like. You can clearly see the ball, the Revoltech joint there. He does have a knee pad, which is actually
that's his kneecap.
Basically. So his kneecap is actually on a little tiny Revoltech joint. That is actually a Revoltech joint.
Articulated kneecaps.
So he has an articulated kneecap, so you can kind of cover over it. It kind of still looks like shit, but
see, so that's what we were talking about earlier. How those joints usually look on the figure. So that's
as opposed to Wolverine, where they actually just did a swivel, which looks a lot better. On Magneto, that's what these kind of joints kind of normally look like. It's not the end of the world, but I mean, he's not going to be posed in like a crazy action-y pose. It's going to be more like in a floaty kind of menacing pose. So that's not, if you're going to do it on one figure, I'd rather be him than Wolverine. Like at least Wolverine, when you bend the knees, it hides it nicer.
Yeah.
So again, because that's a Revoltech joint, you got the swivel above and below that, and then his boots are basically painted on, so there's no boot cut there. Although it kind of looks like there would be a cut there, but it's not. It's just painted. And then same thing with the feet, Revoltech joint. But he had I forgot. there's actually a lot of this stuff is paint stuck. So Wolverine does have a toe joint. You can see the pin right there, but yeah, it's super duper paint stuck. That's why I didn't see it. There we go. Let's see. Now it moves nice. Let's see this one. Oh yeah,
What are they?
These guys are really paint stuck.
Do they paint them after they put them together?
I don't know. I would hope not. I mean,
The Ace has just kept them in a humid shed.
look, he's doing the Madonna strike a pose. So yeah, so this guy, his toes weren't paint stuck. So basically the same articulation. The toes can move, and then Revoltech joints. You get the ankle tilt and then up. He's got more of a, I don't know, I guess a tongue. You call that a tongue, I guess, in this shoe, so it can't go up as much, but it can go down.
More of a front ankle.
A Frankel?
Frankel, yeah. There you go.
So then the cape. So the cape is a Revoltech joint at the top of all of them. So there's 3 pieces, and you can kind of flare. You can move them all independently. So you can kind of flare those out if you want. You can move them up. You can have them out, in, out, up, down, any way you want. You can kind of flare them out, go crazy, like that. And then, so the middle piece is a single sculpt. It's just, that's all that is. And then the 2 outer pieces have a secondary, you can see right there, secondary Revoltech joint, so you can kind of, like flare these. Where's the joint? I don't want to break it. Rotate it around. So you can kind of flare those in like that. Or you can flip them around, flare them out.
Weird.
You need to I think you need to take a class on how to pose a Revoltech cape.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm not looking forward to with Batman.
Yeah.
But so there is a lot of posability there with the cape.
I got the
Batman cape looks like it has even more bulge. Right?
Yeah. Yep. So accessory wise, he comes with a stand, the extra joints. He comes with left and right fist, just a plain old fist, and that's all he comes with for hands. So it's only the hands, the stigmata hands, and the fists are the only hands he has. So that's, I guess they blew the budget on the cape and on fun with magnets. You can repel them. And the magnet pieces. The magnet pieces are actually pretty cool. You got the clear with the kind of magnet effect with the purple.
And I think, as we were saying in the pre-show, some of the promos, whereas you could put a bunch of paper clips on there, like as a desk toy, and have them.
I don't have any paper clips. I was actually looking for paper clips. He comes with a little tool, which I'm not going to pop out because it's small and I don't want to lose it. But I believe, yeah. So here's the head sculpt. So this is the unmasked head sculpt. Hold on, let me put this down, and then I can see if I can get this to focus. So there's the unmasked head sculpt.
Oh my.
What's with that? One eye there.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get to that. So apparently, yeah. So you can pop the hair off, and you do the same thing with the helmet. So you can put either face with either the helmet or the hair.
Oh, nice.
And
that's cool.
Actually, let me take the tool out.
Eyes are movable. Let me find out.
Oh my god, I just lost it. Hold on.
Lost the eye?
No, hold on.
he dropped his glass eye. Fucking shout out to geriatrics.
So you get this little thing. So what this is this, if you look in the eyes, you can poke this in there.
This is just fucking complicated.
Make them wall-eyed.
It's options, bro. They actually let you do the same thing with the SH Figure Arts Age of Ultron Captain America.
you can kind of really make them feel.
Oh, in the Undertaker, white eyes.
He had a fucking stroke. I can't feel the left side of my face. So we get my medicine.
That's fucked up.
I think like Figma Link can do this. I can't remember if he. I think I got one that can do something with this.
I have some of those tools somewhere.
I think the Toy Story Woody does it.
Fuck that thing. Everybody and their mother uses that stupid thing.
Mm.
You shut up.
Popular.
I like fun.
Now I can't get his eye back.
He broke it. He really broke it now.
Don't accidentally rub his pupil off, then you'll really be screwed up.
Now he's looking down. Eyes are fun.
Does the other head have posable eyes as well?
I think I want this thing just to fuck with the eyes.
You know what's funny is you can do that with hot toys too.
Oh
There's
my
a lot of
god!
hot toys that have that.
There it goes.
It's closer. Let's find out. Gotta take the collar piece off. Yes, it does.
Was the head magnetic?
No, it's just pegged.
Oh,
you see the peg on top there?
Right. I thought it looked like a magnet. Right.
So you can use either face. The growling, I gotta take a shit face, or the stern, I'm gonna get your face.
Yeah.
And you can mix and match it with the hair or the helmet.
It is a bit more involved than your typical action figure, but it's cool because it just gives you another option for like photos and stuff like that. You could actually have them looking at another character, you know, with the side eyes. You know, like that's dope. That's pretty dope.
Is it going in? There we go. Yeah, so just don't lose that tool.
I was gonna say that's a Wolverine cigar.
I mean, you can paint it brown and just say call it a day. His eyes still fucked up.
Just give him cross eyes. Come on.
That'd be a good Easter egg. Put that on your shelf with a cross eye.
The grunty face with the cross eyes.
If anybody comes to my house, don't do that.
Well, now you've put the idea in our heads.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna hide that tool in the lock and key.
Right,
oh, we'll use something else.
I'll bring my own.
Use a toothpick.
Stop thinking of ways to do it. I like the strict pose. Yeah. Stay. Yes.
Yeah, these really don't stand.
They don't stand fantastically. They're really designed to use a stand. Especially like Magneto, you have no chance. Like I don't even think if I put his leg all the way forward and the other one all the way back, like I don't think I can. No, there's no way. He's not standing. Not a chance.
That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, you gotta use the stand with him. Oh wait, almost. You ever see that? There's a guy that can balance anything.
Yes,
like a check.
It's like balancing rocks and eggs and all kinds of weird stuff.
Oh, there you go, Ace.
I got it. Yeah, but it looks like shit. So like you really, really need to stand with Magneto. Like it's redonkulously top heavy. But I think that's pretty much everything. So these guys are they're pretty cool. I think I have all of them so far. But they're fun to pose, but they're it's really more about like because you can get them any pose you want. Like it's if you can think of something, you can get them in the pose, which is neat. So for photography, there's nothing better. It's just a matter of they are work to get them in the pose, but I feel like once you get them where you want them and looking at them from the right angle, nothing beats them.
Are these import only? Like, what do they cost compared to like a Marvel Legends?
They are more than a Marvel Legends. They are. I can tell you right now. If you give me 20 seconds. I can just go real quick to, let's go to anime export and we'll go to my pre-orders list and we'll see
I think they had these for like in the 50s or 60s, low 60s.
Of course, the website wants to go slow. There we go. My orders. Log in. And then, okay, so I have the Deathstroke on order.
Mhm.
And I paid $55 US.
Yeah.
That's what, and then the Batman, I paid $57.50.
About FIGGAH price.
So yeah, they're about FIGGAH price.
Yeah.
I paid $57 for Figma Solid Snake. So it's the same level as Figma and FIGGAH.
Yep.
What's a Figma Solid Snake?
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid.
I didn't know
Solid
they did one of
liquid
those.
solid. Yeah, that's actually a reissue.
I'm actually gonna have to look at this.
It's actually a reissue. But I
Nice.
missed it the first time.
Good
James
Solid Snake and got all excited.
James has it. Oh, it's actually this Metal Gear 2 version. I didn't even know there was a fucking. I didn't even know that it was the Metal Gear 2.
Speaking of Solid Snake,
Hey now. But yeah, like the only one so far that I've messed with that I don't particularly like is the Venom, because at least on mine it like all the. Cause you see how the upper torso is a piece and then the abdomen's a piece. My Venom will not stay together. Like it just fucking keeps falling apart.
you got the KO.
Yeah, I got the KO from Japan the day it came.
Where they come from?
As soon as it released.
Maybe you got a bad egg.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean they're fun. They're not really the problem is they're not super fun to mess with. It's more like these are definitely meant more for, hey, I want to take a picture of these two. I have the the exact picture in my mind of what I want it to look like, and nothing else can pull them off except for these guys. So like that's kind of what these guys are more meant for. It's like if you have something in your head and you want it, to get that look, and you're willing to put the work in to get it to look like that. There's nothing better. But they are a little bit more artistic. Like Wolverine is more classic-y. Like he's not really super stylized. Magneto is definitely more stylized. A couple of the other ones, like Captain America, is much more stylized. But if you're going for a straight comic look, these might not be the best. If you're looking for something just to buy and put it on a shelf and never screw with it and never really mess with it, these probably aren't for you. But if you want to pose them, you want to take pictures, especially if you want to take pictures. If you want something that looks super duper dynamic, like that's the thing. The more dynamic you pose these things, the better they look, and the more static you leave them, the shittier they look.
Yeah.
So as long as you're willing to put them in a dynamic pose, and and have them, even if you just leave them on a shelf, as long as you have them dynamically posed, they're killer. Nothing beats them.
Not even the Wiz.
Not even the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me. And half the people that probably saw that didn't even know what the hell the Wiz was.
Yep. Before their time.
We need to get we need Crazy Eddie back. Crazy Eddie was a front for the mob, right?
Was it?
Oh yeah, it was. That's where they laundered all their money through. That's why. That's why their prices were so low.
Oh shit.
That's why he was crazy. Those prices were so low, he was crazy. It's just the mob was funneling money through him, and then when the mob left, they went out of business. My brother used to work for them back in the day. I used to have so much Crazy Eddie shit. I had hats, keychains, all the merchandise I used to give to employees. My brother used to give to me.
I remember the commercials and shit. It's so funny.
All right, I think that's any other questions in the chat. Anybody have anything else they want to ask?
Nope.
I think we pretty much covered everything on them. I was gonna do some Mezco stuff. I figured this is different. We haven't done these guys yet, and some people might be curious.
Yeah, I mean they're cool to see you mess with them and stuff like that. It's pretty nice.
That fucking cape sucks. It's really just because you can get it. It's because it makes the figure so back heavy. It's just I can't get it back in there. I hope they fix that on Batman.
Yeah, well, like you said, that one they're emphasizing the use of the stand. I think he's meant to look like he's flying or floating, levitating.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to have Magneto floating.
Yeah, so
I got the I don't remember if it's a Figma or the FIGGAH Ninja Batman, and the cape's the same way.
That's Figma. The Ninja Batman is Figma.
Yeah, okay. I can't remember.
I thought FIGGAH put that out.
No, that's Figma. Because they're doing.
I thought they both did them.
Oh, okay.
I know the Catwoman is Figma, so I would assume I'm pretty sure the Batman is too.
I thought the FIGGAH did Batman and the Joker.
Oh wait, those are right here. I like the Figma. Yeah, Figma.
Boom.
Figma. Oh, there is a Figure Arts too. Wow, you are correct, sir.
Yep.
So, yeah, Figure Arts. Yep. Yeah, I'm looking at the list too. Yeah. I really do like that design, but that movie was fucking trash. Oh my god.
Trippy. I gotta finish watching it because I was watching it late and I was digging it, but like I was tired, so I dozed off and I never got back to it.
Yeah, dude, you don't have to. All right, I think that's pretty much everything we got to do for tonight, right?
Sure.
Get this out of the way. Oh my god, so much shit to clean up. All right, let's do some way ats. Well, actually, first, Brian, you want to run through the chat?
Sure. We had Noble Young in here, Mervine 48, the Toy Hater, G Money.
It should be the fun. Should be the fun hater.
The Fun Hater.
Why do you hate fun?
KJ Smith, Sunday Heat. Ralph the Vendetta was in here. Rogor 71, Master Hoarder. Nick Brammer, Justin L. And we had a newcomer here, Pocket Wookie, in the chat.
Oh, hey there.
I think I know who that is.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That would be Chandra.
Yep.
Uh-oh. She's checking up on you. Is he really doing a show? Watching it like, oh my god, he's a bigger nerd than I thought.
No, she popped in the chat to let him know when dinner was ready. I wonder what Chain's making tonight.
Is that everybody?
That's it.
That's it? All right.
Yeah, not a lot of people talking. We had a good amount of people watching. But,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Hopefully, so next week's TFCon. So maybe we'll have some exclusives to talk about. We'll see. We'll see what comes out. Yeah. All right. So, Brian, where could the good people find you?
you can find me at Brian Brink in the Facebook groups, at Brinkalizer on Instagram. Check out shows like Enter the Realm, Breaking the Mold, this lovely fine show here. That's it. TFCon in not this weekend, but next.
That's kind of
in a day.
Crazy.
Week in a day.
John.
John Gibbons in the Facebook groups, TM Servo 3K on Instagram, though it's really just husky pictures now at this point. And I'm here with you guys every other Wednesday.
Are you going to TFCon?
I am not going this year.
Jesus.
Nobody's going.
It's Chicago, man. It's a lot of money to go. It's not like Toronto where the exchange rate works in my favor and the entire vacation costs like $300.
No.
Boo.
Yeah, I know. Boo. I'm bummed too.
JD.
You can find me JD Brocious in the Facebook groups. Actually, you know what? 'Cause I don't have a phone, so I can't see any of that shit anyway. So whatever. Pigment Surgery on Instagram and Xbox Live, which I can't see any of that shit except for the Xbox Live. And let's see, Tuesdays on Breaking the Mold, and every other Wednesday here with these fools.
Jose.
All right, Hurricane BX all over social media. Check out Verbally Challenged with Hurricane BX on audio, and as these guys said, Breaking the Mold on Tuesday nights.
All right. I am A Smiler pretty much everywhere. YouTube, Twitter, fucking Instagram, everything. Facebook under my real name, not that hard to figure out. Just find me. Check out all the other Cool Table Network shows. You should know what they are by now. If not, just follow the Cool Table page on Facebook, and you'll be alerted every time a new show goes up. What else? TFCon is next week. I believe we still have pre-orders up for shirts for pickup or shipping. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure that's all still up.
Yeah, I think it's still the
Yep, it's all still up. You can pick up or ship. However, you do not have a choice in the t-shirt. So it's only a black shirt.
Yeah.
but you do still have time if you want to either pick up or have a shirt delivered after the show. So www.realmcollectors.com. Just click on the link on the front page. You'll see it, and you can pre-order that. We're doing a toy drive at TFCon, so if you want to bring a new unwrapped toy, you can drop that off to us. It's going to Toys for Tots, right?
Yep.
So Paul C will be dropping those off for Toys for Tots after the show. So if you want to bring a toy, if you're not making the show, or you don't want to bring, you can't bring it in luggage or something like that, or you can't get to the store there, you can donate money. We don't have an address for that set up yet, right?
Not yet.
All right, so just hit up. I guess Chris would be the best person to hit up. So Chris Pinkerton or PNKR10 on Instagram. Hit him up with your monetary donations. I'm sure we'll have more information on that soon or at the show. Life's kind of crazy right now for everybody. But yeah, so that's just about going to do it for us tonight. Thanks everybody for joining us. We will not have a new show until after TFCon. So if you are coming, make sure you come and hang out. Should be a lot of dudes. I know a lot of new people are coming, so it should be fun. So, yeah, that's just about going to do it for us tonight. We'll see you again in 2 weeks.
So long.
Take care.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Night.